Most artists write music based on their personal experience, and sometimes it's because they are trying to send a message. Some people write music with hidden messages which are only known to them, and Dove Cameron is one of those people. Welcome to Riveted, and today we'll be looking at the meaning behind her songs. Stick around to know about the secret meaning behind the latest song. Bloodshot. Taking your stories, your personality, and your life and showcasing it in a brand new way and mostly through music is what Dove Cameron did with her song Bloodshot. We must admit that she did it fearlessly. As she prepares to take on a new chapter in her creative side of life, the Emmy Award-winning actress is now fully focused on music in a way she has never been before. Bloodshot takes a dark yet honest look into the young entertainer's expressive mind. Music is something that is not new to her, and it may be the best way to speak about her experiences and the highs and lows of her career in general. With the help of Carly Paige, Waldrop, Downtown Trevor Brown, and William Zare, Dove Cameron wrote Bloodshot that begins by pulling the listeners in with a dreamy overlay of harmonies. The song lyrics reveal a darker story over such a light, clouded tone. There's an undertone of a deep level of hurt and vulnerability that sits within Dove's lyrics as she sings about people telling her that she is losing her mind. The song sounds so imaginative in any way you look at it, and it mirrors how sometimes when dealing with any kind of heartbreak, loss, or pain, anyone can begin to think they are losing their senses. Many people thought that the song was only about heartbreak and probably a remembrance of Dove's past relationship. Oops, that's not the case. It is not about Ryan McCartan or anyone else she's dated. In her own words, Cameron reveals that Bloodshot is not exactly about a breakup. It's more about the feeling of a loss that every single person on the planet has faced at least once in their life. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, the loss of innocence, the loss of joy, or the loss of your younger self, the feeling that kind of pain induces is all beautifully enclosed in Cameron's song. Cameron explained that if one listens to Bloodshot, the lyrics could be about a breakup or about death, but for her, it's mostly about death. She continues and says that if Bloodshot is about the breakup to her fans, then it's not bad either, but that was not what she thought about when writing the song. However, when any person who listens to it somehow finds a way to relate to it, then the song has served its purpose. The song Bloodshot may not necessarily represent Cameron's love journey, but she can't fail to admit that she's passed through the breakup and every other thing people feel when they listen to the song. She admits that love and pain are the two most prevalent themes in her life and that the two are tightly woven. The song is simply a masterpiece. Moving on to the next one. Waste. Bloodshot and Waste highlight two very different sides of Dove Cameron, which she thinks are important in her journey of making music. She needed her music to represent the fact that she's growing and changing. Waste is one of her all-time favorites because, according to her, it's intense and sexy. It's all about an all-consuming love. Waste is a bit more upbeat compared to Bloodshot, and Dove croons about wanting to waste her love on someone. It's a song you would want to listen to while thinking about someone you have been eyeing for a while. According to Dove Cameron, the kind of pain one feels during a loss is on the same level with the kind of joy another feels when in love. One loves to the point where they can bleed out every ounce and live inside the person they love. Since Dove Cameron is in a public relationship with Descendants co-star Thomas Dougherty, it's safe to assume most love songs are about him or directed toward him. Waste is very much about how intense Dove Cameron's feelings are for Thomas. The fans are again appreciative for finding the song relevant to them, but she actually did this particular piece with Thomas in her mind. The song is also a way of finding a new home full of love away from what she has experienced before. We all know she had been through a lot before she even got to 20, from insecurities about how she looks to a heartbreaking loss in her family. The Disney star has dealt with her fair share of suffering. The way she describes her dad and the relationship they had reflect how much Waste and Bloodshot had to be her first songs to be released. The two are worlds apart, yet they describe in detail what Dove Cameron feels. She said in an interview that the songs speak for themselves, and from the hints she has been dropping in every interview she's been invited, we can't help but join the dots and find meaning to the song. The song expresses how she did not get enough time to bond with her dad, but she's found another bond in Dougherty, her current boyfriend. All the love she has inside her, she is ready to waste it on Thomas. Unlike Bloodshot, which Cameron talks about loss and specifically the death of her dad, Waste speaks about gaining and falling deeply in love with Dougherty. The song is also about sending a message out there saying that she has passed sad tunes and experiences. Dove has simply had enough and it's time to move on. Just like Bloodshot, Cameron says her inspirations come from her personal experience with love and pain. We know that when artists write songs from their own experiences, the songs become major hits. Just look at how far people like Adele and Taylor Swift have come because of expressing their feelings through music. You are definitely on the right track, Dove. So good. If there's anything Dove Cameron wants us to know, it's that she's not letting people's perceptions get in the way of doing whatever she wants. That is very clear from the new music she entirely released on her own. After debuting music videos for the melancholic songs Bloodshot and Waste, Cameron followed up with one of her most creative endeavors yet, a music video for her newest single, So Good. The 23-year-old Descendants star stuns in the music video. She's transformed into an otherworldly, nature-inspired queen by a visual artist that perfectly accompanies the cool, hypnotic track. It exudes a mood of youthful carefreeness with an addictive beat that makes Cameron stand apart from her other Disney peers. Most people believe that the video symbolizes a new beginning for the singer as she graces in front of a plain background surrounded by flowers, making it clear that Cameron is blooming into her own artistry. She also has a face covered in artistically stuck flowers in the video. Well, the makeup artist she hired for the video did some pretty nice work. Remember, Dove Cameron has gone through bullying in school and started developing insecurities about how she looks. We all struggle with insecurities from time to time, and though she's now a star, Cameron is no different. While she is in a much better place these days, she has admitted to feeling down about her appearance in the past. Back in 2016, she was asked if she had always felt confident going makeup-free, and her response was a definite no, because she wore a lot of makeup to school. Although she saw makeup as something fun to experiment with, she also used it to cover up how she felt about herself. She always had this feeling in her to wear makeup all the time because she thought she was not beautiful underneath makeup. Not anymore. Cameron learned to appreciate herself and made peace with her insecurities as she got older. She's now an inspiration not only to her peers, but to other young girls. Dove Cameron, in the video of the song So Good, expresses beauty and freedom. She is covered in flowers, and the image keeps changing. The song reflects her former insecurities and how she finally managed to get rid of them. And now all she is feeling is calm and peace inside. The song is about feeling happier and more satisfied with life, perhaps after some negative events. It attempts to teach people that if they change their perception of how they view life, they have succeeded in putting their mind in a happier state. Some people have gone on to say that in the pursuit to get rid of her Disney image, she had to release a song that expressed her satisfaction with wherever she is right now. Let's just say that this song does exactly that. Fans see the song as a move to prove to people that Dove can do other stuff. And people will get to know her beyond the Disney image most people like to associate her with whenever her name comes up. In the first two songs, she addressed different parts of her life, and now the third song, which she named So Good, speaks about how she feels at the moment. This is the place she has always wanted to be, a happier place. The happiness encompasses her relationship with Dougherty, her current project, which is music, and her success in the film industry. The more one listens to the song, the more one gets to understand Dove Cameron. Whichever angle anyone decides to look at it, So Good shows how Dove Cameron has evolved musically in a very short time. She is blooming into a beautiful flower, and she'll soon be a force to reckon with. The video is doing well with views increasing each minute, and her fans expect nothing else but more of her music. If her inspiration comes from her life experiences, as she said, then we better prepare ourselves to know more about her. There's one secret meaning behind the song So Good. The plants used in the video were taken from a local grocery store, and as we know, plants wilt within a short time. The song represents how easily things can change and how we have to take advantage of the very beautiful moments. Dove has around 7 more songs, and she's waiting for the right moment to release them. When she talked about releasing her own music, some people thought she wouldn't make it, and now they can't get enough of her. Don't you just love the new kid on the block? Which is your favorite song by Dove Cameron so far? Does it have a meaning to you? Let us know in the comments section below. Remember, we post new videos daily, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon to receive daily updates when we upload. As always, this has been Riveted.